Moore chapter of the International Order of Demolay was established in 1963. The chapter met in a quiet suburban area south of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. People are attracted to the area by the potential to work in some of the local businesses. Establishments like Dell, Southwest Airlines, Chesapeake Energy, Kerr-McGee, and the Federal Aviation Administration. It is also the home of the Tinker Air Force Base, which is one of the main reasons our honoree's father, a career Air Force officer, relocated to the area. It was in a darkened room, illuminated by only 7 candles, that 14-year-old Thomas Jeffrey Cole first heard the lessons and precepts of an organization dedicated to leadership and character development. Like all the others who have knelt at a Demolay altar before him, Thomas took the obligations of a Demolay to heart, dedicating himself to the precepts of filial love, reverence for sacred things, courtesy, comradeship, fidelity, cleanness, and patriotism. The words of the Demolay initiation inspired others before him to go into service to their fellow man and woman. Demolay has produced an impressive number of leaders in government and politics. People like Olympic gold medalist decathlete Bob Mathias, the only Demolay ever to win an Olympic gold medal. Mathias subsequently went on to become a United States Congressman from California. Cecil Andrus, Governor of Idaho, Secretary of the Interior, and a Demolay from Eugene, Oregon. Brereton C. Jones, Governor of Kentucky, and a West Virginia Demolay. Carl Albert, former Speaker of the House from Oklahoma. Coach and Congressman Tom Osborne from Nebraska. Secretary of Education and Governor Richard Riley of South Carolina. Mel Carnahan, Governor of Missouri, and a Washington, D.C. Demolay. Henry M. Jackson, Congressman and Senator from Washington State. And William J. Clinton, Governor of Arkansas and 42nd President of the United States. All of these political leaders are in the Demolay Hall of Fame, and tonight we add another distinguished Demolay to their ranks. Who could tell that 14-year-old young man kneeling at the Demolay altar on June 30th, 1963, to become a charter member of Moore Demolay, would go on to become a top political figure in local, state, and subsequently national government. Yet Thomas Jeffrey Cole soon showed he too was on a path of government service. But lest we get ahead of ourselves, please watch the video that was shown in 2017 to induct Congressman Thomas Cole into the Oklahoma Hall of Fame.
A fifth-generation Oklahoman, Tom Cole was born at Barksdale Air Force Base. The youngest of 2 born to Helen and John Cole, the family relocated to multiple Air Force bases before settling in Moore, where Cole was an all-conference offensive guard for the Moore Lions and student council president. He enrolled at Iowa's Grinnell College, where he earned his Bachelor of Arts degree before graduating with his master's from Yale University and PhD from the University of Oklahoma. At Grinnell, he was starting defensive end his senior year and married Ellen Decker on graduation day. In 1982, the Coles welcomed their son, Mason John Cole, and settled into family life. From the start, Cole knew he wanted to raise his son in Moore. Whether with his dad at the Oklahoma State Capitol or playing in the backyard, Mason has always been Cole's most ardent supporter. His dad is his hero. In 2013, following the May 20th tornadoes, Cole immediately returned home.
Have you even begun to try to figure out what kind of money it's going to take to rebuild this community?
It's early, you know, and the first thing you got to do is focus on the people, obviously the folks that lost family and friends and homes, and make sure they're taken care of, and that's underway. You know, the larger damage assessment. a bit longer, but it's going to be, very serious. I think probably, in '99 the F-5 was on the ground longer and affected more air. Clearly, we're going to need some help, and I'm sure it'll be forthcoming.
Back in January, you did something that a lot of your Republican colleagues did not do. You supported that bill for federal assistance, money for the victims of Hurricane Sandy. Was part of your vote on that issue because in the back of your mind you were thinking about your community, knowing that it was vulnerable to Mother Nature?
It was. I actually told a colleague at the time, I said, you have to remember, he asked me why you're voting this way, and I said, look, you're from Oklahoma, you're one tornado away from being Joplin, Missouri. And so I was Secretary of State here in the Oklahoma City bombing. I believe, when you have a disaster, yes, you want to be prudent, and I applaud my colleagues for trying to do that and do it the right way. There are ways to do it, but you immediately help the people in the affected areas.
As state chairman of Oklahoma's Republican Party, Cole met with Presidents Ronald Reagan and George H.W. Bush. His successful state Senate campaign in 1988 launched Cole's political career. Today, he is widely regarded and respected as one of the GOP's top political strategists. In Oklahoma, Cole served as Secretary of State in the administration of Governor Frank Keating and led the effort that secured federal funds following the bombing of the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building in 1995. Currently serving his 8th term in the United States Congress, Cole is an advocate for taxpayers and small business, a proponent for a strong national defense, and a leader in promoting biomedical research. He serves on the House Appropriations Committee as chairman of the Labor, Health and Human Services, Education and Subcommittee, on the subcommittees for Defense and Interior Appropriations, as vice chair of the House Committee on Rules, as the senior appropriator on the House Budget Committee panel, and as a deputy whip for the Republican Conference. Cole has also served as executive director and chairman of the National Republican Congressional Committee and chief of staff for the Republican National Committee. An enrolled member of the Chickasaw Nation and one of only 2 tribal members currently serving in Congress, he is considered the foremost expert in the House on Native American and tribal government issues. With pride in his heritage and an inherent responsibility to serve, it is the needs of and commitment to his constituents that has charted the course for Congressman Tom Cole.
With respect to Congressman Cole's DeMolay record, he is a past master counselor of Moore Chapter in Moore, Oklahoma. He was a top athlete and president of the Moore High School student body. He was invested with the Legion of Honor in 2014. 1 week after the closing of the 98th annual session of the International Supreme Council of the Order of DeMolay, Congressman Cole will become a 55-year member of the fraternity. Congressman Cole said this about serving in government: "Everybody knows somebody that doesn't like them, but only politicians get an exact count. In a lifetime of elections, I have been fortunate enough to win a lot more than I have lost. But at the end of the day, the people who have really determined my fate are the people of Oklahoma. I have had the privilege of being on the ballot 9 times for either state or federal office. Each time, the good and great and decent people of Oklahoma have given me the honor of going on and serve them. And I am grateful for that confidence, and I never take it lightly." DeMolay International is proud to induct husband and father, a dedicated senior DeMolay, a political visionary and public servant who has lived a life of public service, always giving more than he received, Brother Thomas Jeffrey Cole, into the DeMolay International Hall of Fame.